I'm here with Ingrid with this magnificent backdrop, by the way. What a backdrop it is in Singapore. We're outside the National Stadium. Ingrid is Norway's TV2's Premier League correspondent. You've been following Manchester United on the pre-season tour. From a neutral perspective, we'll not talk about your football allegiances because nobody really cares. You're an Ollie fan, obviously. What have you made of pre-season so far in terms of comparisons with United last season and this season?
Well, in terms of how Manchester United looked coming off last season, I think it's been sort of maybe like surprisingly good to watch them in the pre-season tour. It seems like there's a really good vibe in the team. We've seen that on the trainings and stuff. And it's starting to look like Ollie's getting his philosophy more and more baked into the team. We can sort of see like this red thread, what he's trying to do now. So that's really good.
Did you see a lot of Mulder when he was manager there? And do you see any comparisons or similarities in terms of the tactics that he's applying?
Oh, it's so difficult to, compare Mulder to Manchester United. It's like two different worlds, yeah. But Ollie is all about, I think he wants to get that good energy back in the team, which were there when he first came in. And as we saw a little bit today and the last game against Leeds, going forward, high pace, high energy. A lot of that thing is like coming together now. And I think that from a neutral perspective, that's quite good. Ollie,
is he seeming upbeat around camp? You get to go into the press conferences, you get to hear his answers to the questions. Is he getting tired of all the questions that are coming his way? Is he starting to settle into the role as Man United manager?
Yeah, I think he is. And it's not easy to just settle into the role of a manager of the biggest club in the world. But I think he has.
Say that again. Which
the biggest club in the world. Yeah. But you can definitely tell that he's a bit tired of answering those rumours, speculation, questions about what's going on with Paul Pogba, Romelu Lukaku. Are they signing Harry Maguire? He doesn't want to talk about that. But once you ask him any questions that he likes, he just lit up because it's obviously that he really likes being here.
What kind of questions does he like?
He likes positive things about Man United, of course. How he likes to play and what it is to be a Manchester United player. He speaks about that quite a lot, what it means to play for the club. Because that's important to him, I think, from the back days when he played himself. It needs to mean something special to play for Manchester United. And I think that's coming through, yeah.
He's bringing that back, and I definitely see the pressing there from the team. Hopefully it's not just a thing because they're energetic after the break and it continues into next season. In terms of in Norway, what's the response? Because we know they went crazy, obviously, at the start when he got the job and everything like that. How's the reaction every time Manchester United play to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Well, the interest in Ole and Manchester United is so huge in Norway. It has been from the start, and it will just continue as long as he's there. And it doesn't seem people are getting less interested in what he does, even though, at the end of last season, things weren't looking that good. But there's a massive interest in what he does. And I think that there's a genuine vibe in Norway that everybody sort of wish him well. We just want him to succeed in Manchester United. So fingers crossed that he will.
What's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is if he gets time, I think it will be good.
Because my fear is he's not here when January comes. That's like a big fear of mine, and I could see it potentially going that way, or I could potentially see him being an actual success. Like, do you get a gut feeling about things? Do you think he's made for this job?
I think that, as he said himself, that the first 2 months, maybe 6, 7, 8 games of the Premier League season will be very, very important for him. If things go wrong, we all know how it is in Manchester United. As he said himself, we can't win anything then, but we can definitely lose something. And if that happens, they will build this big pressure on him because he won't have any excuses to why it's not working. So I think, the 2 first months of this season will be quite decisive, I think.
Ollie's winning the league then, yeah?
Well, maybe not this season. But
What do you think he'd deem a successful season this season? From what do you think Ollie would? Have you asked him that question?
What he thinks will be a successful season? Well, he speaks about trophies. I don't think they're able to compete for the Premier League trophy the way that Liverpool and Man City looked last season. But obviously they have the Europa League, which is a great...
Don't remind me.
Well, at least it is a way to get that Champions League spot back and to win a trophy, and for the many of the youngsters. You've got so many exciting youngsters coming up now to show the skills and get some time on the pitch. So yeah, he says trophy, but we'll see.
Cheers, man, Ingrid. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go marching.
Glory, glory. Glory, glory, Man United! Glory, glory, Man United! And the Reds go marching on!
Right, guys, Manchester United are beaten Inter Milan 1-0 thanks to Mason Greenwood's goal. What did you make of that today?
Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy today. We played so well. I'm just so proud of the players. What do you think?
Absolute class finish, man. Absolute class finish. And he also hit the bar. And I like his positioning. He's getting in really good positions to get the goals, to get the chances, man. Love him. He should start against Chelsea. He needs to start.
Start Greenwood against Chelsea.
Start Greenwood against Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. Start him now. We need to start him against Chelsea.
His positioning is amazing, but how two-footed is he? Left foot, right foot. He's so fucking deft. How quickly he moves between the two. Like he switched from his right to his left and screamed. Oh my god. Amazing, amazing. He needs to start. He needs to start.
So you wouldn't be worried if we sold Lukaku?
No, I think at this point we are going through a rebuild, but a rebuild's different. We now need grafters. We need people who are willing to work hard. And I think that's where the youth comes in. Our core of our team is all under 25 right now. And that's the kind of team we want to build around. People who work hard, not ready-made talents, not people who come on a high price tag and don't work hard for the club. That's what we need.
What have you made in the differences in the team this pre-season compared to last season?
So I think the team's running a lot more. The team is pressing a lot higher. The team is showing a lot more energy. I think with Jose's team, the thing was that we were rather slow. We were rather passive in the way we would attack teams. We'd sit back, wait to absorb pressure, and then try to hit them on the counter. But it showed that we were now not running as much. Our energy stats were always low. Our running stats were always low. But now we've seen that our team presses all the way up. Like Inter has sat back most of the first half. And the moment they tried to get out, we kept hitting them on the counter again and again and again. And then we scored. And I think that is something we see, especially with the pace that we have in the team now, that no team wants to see Rashford, Martial, Lingard and James starting right up front because how quick they are.
Would you be happy if that team started against Chelsea?
I'd be happy. Think about it. Who do Chelsea have right now who wants to start? Like, they've lost players as well. They haven't made any big signings. Higuain's out. They don't have Hazard anymore.
By the way, they were chants for Glazers out there.
Sorry?
I'm just letting people know these that were chanting for Glazer out, which is like...
Glazer out. I think there's always going to be a thing. They've never put money into the club. They've always taken money out. Love United, hate Glazers, always.
Boys, one last question. Do you think this isn't a reaction to the result today or pre-season, but are you confident Ollie can do the job here?
I'm very confident he can do the job here because I think he has an ethos and a mantra behind how he wants to construct the team. It's becoming very obvious in the preseason what his philosophy is. He tried doing that in the first 19 games before we all went downhill. But I think this is something we're going to keep building on. And I have faith. I'm a romantic. This is what the club's about.
Love that. Same question.
I just want to appreciate Aaron Van Bissaka. I think he was terrific. From past couple of years, I think he could be our best signing. I really think the tackles this guy makes, he never lets anyone run past him. I think it's unbelievable.
Thank you very much, bro. Cheers, guys.